The Ukrainians fighting in the northern sector of the front say that they are bending under Russia's attacks. Not everything is as you read in the news. Kiev Independent said. Most the soldiers were civilians before the invasion of Russia and had only 3 weeks NATO basic training. According to a new report by Kiev Independent. Recruitment trained by NATO who fought in northeast Ukraine. Russia's better equipped and fearless soldiers feel demoralized. Reporter Igor Kosov interviewed 32nd Separate Mechanized Brigade assigned to Kharkiv about an hour east of Kharkiv in the northern sector of 600-mile-long facade line, which Russia progressed last month. Many soldiers from 32 were civilians before the brigade was established in January. And before being deployed, he received only 3-week NATO basic training in Germany. They questioned void of the ongoing war, which they felt with feeling of above their heads. Everything is not what you read in daily briefings and news. Volodymyr, an infantry sergeant interviewed by Kiev Independent, said. A heroic success jumping from the basement and aimlessly in the general aspects. Then ends without an arm or leg. Or just dies. Other recruitment Kiev Independent spoke to NATO basic training for 3 weeks. Our NATO infantry knows is supported and can progress that there is a high probability will not be killed or injured. A lawyer before was hired by the brigade, said. Russian forces are trying to distribute the opposite side of Ukraine on February 20, 2023. Woman holds piece of shrapnel standing in the rubble of house destroyed by Russian S-300 rocket. Strike in Ukraine. Ukraine placed most of its resources on other side of south and made soldiers fighting in northern sector starve from ammunition, vehicles and other equipment. Meanwhile, Russia gathered more than 100,000 troops on the Kupiansk axis on the northern front. Russia, according to officials in Kiev, according British military intelligence, he believes that Ukraine can be terminated against gains from the south to shift country from south north. The Russian forces probably try to remove Ukraine from the other side. The Ministry of Defense said on Saturday. Considering that Russia has made modest gains near Kupiansk since it began in June, they are probably trying to benefit from them by continuing to arise access.